There's one. That's a big one. Oh my god. That's a really big one, dude. Well, we are heading down to Okeechobee.
Hold on, start over. I just bumped like big time on the road. I mean, right out the gate, the camera was like, whoop.
Alright, hold it steady.
Alright, we're live.
We are heading down to Okeechobee right now, getting ready to start some practice for the Toyota series. It's pretty foggy out this morning, so I have a feeling once we get over to the lake, we'll probably run into some fog, but maybe by the time we get there it'll clear off. We're driving down from Tampa this morning, so by the time we actually make it out on the lake, it'll probably be 8:30, 9 o'clock, so I might get a chance for this fog to kind of settle down. But we've got about 4 days of practice. So today's Sunday, we're heading down, and the tournament starts on Thursday. I usually only practice for 3 days on Toyota series, but we were down in Tampa getting the boat wrapped, getting things ready to go for the season, so we're getting there a little bit earlier than I usually would. So we'll have plenty of time, hopefully, to figure these fish out. It's been really warm here in Florida. We fished over the past couple days down here, and the fish are definitely starting to move up onto bed. So there's actually a BFL that happened on Okeechobee yesterday, and it took 31.5 to win that. And there were some pretty good weights that were weighed in on that. So I have a feeling things are going to be setting up pretty good this week. We also have a full moon coming in, and it's supposed to be warm all week. So the bite should be really good. The only thing with Okeechobee is that it fishes really small, so there's probably going to be a handful of areas that all the boats are going to congregate on, and it's just going to be a matter of figuring out like the little spot within the main spot to catch the bigger fish. So probably going to be a lot of fish caught, probably going to be a lot of big ones caught, but you need to be right in the right spot. So we're going to go check out a handful of areas over the next couple days where they typically move up to spawn here on Okeechobee, and really the goal is just going to be picking it all apart and kind of figuring out just a little stretch that holds those bigger fish, or maybe a little bit something different that somebody else didn't figure out. So we've got about an hour to go till we get there, and we'll get back to you guys when we get out on the water. Made it out to the lake. We ended up launching here at the Harney Pond Canal, so it's a pretty good central location to get to a lot of the main spots on the north end of the lake. So we're going to start off just right outside of the Harney Pond Canal here, see kind of how the lake is looking, how the grass is setting up, see what a couple areas that I've caught them in the past are looking like, and then basically we're just going to work our way down the north shore of the lake, kind of hitting some different areas where I've caught them in the past, where I've kind of heard some people are catching fish, and kind of just work our way down, just figure out where the fish are setting up, get a look at the lake. It's about 1.5 feet lower than it has been in the previous years, so I've got to be a little bit careful running around, but it's not at the dangerously low level. So let's take off here and go to our first spot and see how this bite is. Here's another one. First one in the boat. Real fat male. Moving up to spawn. It's definitely about to spawn up in these cattails here. Nuke punch. By the tournament, we're gonna have some big females up. Probably throughout the practice week, I bet the big ones are gonna start moving up. So once we get into an area that we get a couple male bites, pretty much know that the females are not far behind. I got another one. Huh? So yeah. Bunch of little males. That's literally 3 bites and like 4 flips. There's one. A little bigger, still a male. Definitely got some fish in this area here.
Is that on Nuke Punch?
Nuke Punch, yep. Everything's been on the Nuke Punch with a 1/2 ounce epic weight so far. There's one. That's a big one. That's a really big one.
Oh my god. That's a really big one, dude. Jesus, bro. Is that a 10-pounder?
It's like an 8.
Bro, are you kidding me? Oh my god, we gotta weigh that,
We
dude.
found him, guys.
Hold him up. Hold her up. Oh, you don't want
We're
them
gonna
to
be
see
kind
it?
of quiet so that these other bros don't see us.
Oh my god.
That's a big one.
Dude. That's a real big.
8 or 9.
I'm gonna say 9.6.
8 pounds.
Is it? That's it?
802.
God, bro. You boat flip.
Boat flipping 8s on the trikers. The 7.7 extra heavy. We're getting her back. Ah, that's a beast. That looks bigger than 8 pounds.
It looks way bigger than 8 pounds.
Hopefully a lot of these bite in the tournament.
Hey.
There's one. He's a big one. No. You see him in the reeds there?
We got 5.
This isn't far from where I caught him earlier. I think they're in this little zone.
Yeah, you think?
Little male, but we could come in here in the tournament and there'd just be big ones loaded everywhere. Well, we just put in for day 2 of practice here on Okeechobee. Yesterday it was decent. We caught that one big one, got into one little stretch, but other than that, didn't really find too much. So, goal for today is to find a couple more areas where there's some fish biting. But there was a local tournament out here yesterday, and it took 35 to win, and there were 4 bags over 30, a bunch of 20+ bags. So these fish are definitely moving up. They're biting. We just got to figure out a couple areas where those bigger ones are moving up to. Today and for the rest of practice, we got my buddy Joe. He'll be joining us fishing as a co-angler, practicing along with us. So we're about to get going here, back on the north end. We're gonna be looking around here. Hopefully plan on staying on the north end this week, but we may check down south one of the practice days.
Sound like a Bigfoot.
We need a cameraman for you while you're cameramanning for me.
That's right. See, I need a GoPro. I need a GoPro, boss, for my chest. I need a chesty.
Nice, buddy.
Oh my God.
2.5 pounder. In the reeds.
Let the world see him. Got us a Waller. We got us a Waller Gina. Waller.
It's gonna be fun if I can catch him on a Nuke Punch this week.
Yo. Wallering.
Oh, wacky rig fish. Solid one.
Pretty.
Yeah, he is pretty. He's got nice colors on him. But we're gonna need bigger than that.
Show the world.
We're on the dink hole.
Dink mode. Dink mode. Ew.
Dink Central, not Indian Prairie.
I never even saw it.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Nice.
4-pounder. Blazing Worm XL. That's more what we're looking for. We came through this exact spot yesterday, nothing. Today, catching some. Literally just, probably just gonna have to make passes down areas where you think there's fish, and at some point, fish will just pull up. Nuke punch. There's some boats around, so we don't want to be too loud. Alright guys, we are, on our 3rd day of practice here. So today we decided to launch down south. We're in the South Bay area, putting at the South Bay ramp. And I wanted to check some things out on the South Bay. Got some bites up north, but nothing too crazy. So we wanted to check down here, kind of see what the south end of the lake was looking like. Today we're going to be using our deep dive app to kind of look at the wind effects. So a big thing on Okeechobee is the wind direction and how hard the wind's blowing. So if you got a big north wind, it blows all the dirty water down south, and vice versa. If it's a south wind, it blows all the dirty water up north. So that's definitely something that you have to pay attention to when you're fishing down here on Okeechobee, because you can have fish biting one day and then that wind blows in dirty water and those fish just shut off. So that's something that you definitely have to take into account when you're pre-fishing down here. So we're gonna look at the deep dive app today. It's got the wind effects and it'll actually show us the wind for the next couple days, so I can kind of base a game plan off of it. So we're looking at today right now, and you can see on here, it shows that the wind is blowing out of the east. So kind of the west end and a little bit of the north is getting hit with the wind right now. It's not super hard though, so it's probably not going to affect too much, but definitely this south area that we're in, you can see us down here, is not getting affected by the wind at all. So that's good. It'll keep the water nice and clean. And then we can look every single day leading up to the tournament and past the tournament what the wind is going to do. So on Friday, the wind is blowing a bit down into the south area, but the South Bay is somewhat protected down here. But again, it's only 8 miles an hour, so it's probably not going to be enough to really do anything. And then Saturday, the last day of the tournament, it's blowing back up towards the west and north. So we're pretty good wind-wise as far as stuff not getting blown out. So if I went on here and saw that the wind was blowing out of the north really heavy, say the day before the tournament or any of the tournament days, then I would probably not even practice South Bay just given those conditions. But since we're good on the wind, we should be good to go if we do find some fish down here. Oh God. Yeah.
Hold her up for the camera.
I'm on.
First bite out here in the sea of boats.
Yes. Y'all both got one? Doubled? Damn, Christian.
I guess there's a couple fish right here.
Doubled up. Doubled up. Son, that's a chunk. Chunk DeVille.
Definitely in this little spot.
Bam. That's what's bringing us good luck, is the fist bump.
Hugin Happy trailers.
You got more of them?
Oh yeah, we're loaded up on them.
Loaded up, thanks to
They're really
Guggen.
super soft, so they get a nice action. I mean, you only get 1 or 2 fish out of them, but it's worth it the way that the action is on them. All the different appendages or whatever you want to call them, it just
Yeah.
in the water. water. Just
ribs.
Perfect. Yeah, ribs. There you go. Just perfect. Just a black and blue jackhammer chatterbait. Got that thing choked. Nice. Yeah. Nice one. Hit it right at the boat. Look at all the sores and stuff he's got on him. I don't know. He probably was. He's got a bunch of sores and stuff all over him.
You caught him like as you were pulling the chatterbait out of the water.
Yeah, he hit it like right at the boat. Alright guys, we just fished through South Bay a bit. There's a decent early morning bite. We got on them pretty quick. Probably caught 15 pounds or so. And probably could have caught a little bit more if we just stayed right in the little zone that they were at. But after that, the bite kind of died down. The wind picked up. The fish in South Bay tend not to like the wind so much. So we've been going to a few different spots around, just trying to see if there's fish in other areas besides the actual bay itself. So far, we haven't really found much. But we're going to look around a little bit and see what we can find. I mean, all the fish were obviously in the bay, so there's no real sense in keep going around there fishing it. There's already a bunch of boats putting pressure on it, so just something to keep in mind that there are fish in there when I'm deciding what I want to do when the tournament comes.
I cleaned it out both mornings.
Huh?
I cleaned it out both mornings.
Did you?
I got one. Well, there are some fish around here, I guess.
No way to film it? Oh.
It's a chunk. Went to a new spot on the lake. Basically nobody around. So we'll see if we catch some through here. I mean, it looks good, but I haven't caught anything in this area of the lake in years. So we'll see. Made any type of contact or anything.
But I was gonna be on that one that I got from the boat and was following me.
He just ate it again. Oh, yeah, he just ate it again. Must be a little one.
I like that matte color too. We're in 4.9 feet of water. I believe it.
He was aggressive. It was like, I think this was the 4th hook set I did on him. I wonder if it was the same fish that hit you too. There's another one. That's a better one. Never mind.
Talk to it.
Well, there's definitely a group of fish here. Just don't know if they're as good a quality as our spot from the previous days. Need a couple bigger ones to decide on that. But they're definitely eating the nuke punch good.
Get down just fine. You just wanted me to cut my line, retie, then you
Incoming hook set.
Huh?
I said incoming hook set, big one.
God almighty, dude.
Oh, that's... He's probably close to 6, I bet.
That's way.
Oh, wham. Ooh, this is gonna make me rethink some of my decisions now.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
He's right at 6.
Oh.
5.97. Well, I think it's definitely going to be a flipping bite this week. 5 of those, 3 days in a row.
Good fish.
All right, guys, final day of practice out here. We put in back on the north end today, so basically today I'm just trying to figure out whether I want to end up fishing north or south the first day of the tournament, based on how many bites, how many big bites I get pretty much. Just kind of seeing whether I feel like I get more bites up north or down south. So today we're just going to be flipping around a nuke punch. I've got it just on one of a screw lock hook, so no actual hook today. We're just going to be feeling around for bites. So basically the whole idea of fishing today, we only have till 2 o'clock before we have to get to our meeting. But basically the whole idea is just to see kind of how many bites I get and to see if any of the bites feel big. We had the full moon I guess last night and into today, so kind of want to just see if some bigger ones moved up in some of these areas that I got a lot of buck bites through, and that'll kind of help me make the decision on where I want to go tomorrow. There's one. Just had one bite right there. There's one. Look at him running out with it. Look how fast he ran. There's another one. Yeah.
My channel actually right now, what I have is True Outdoor Fishing. You can come check me out there.
I think it's going to be really good. Got a big field, 184 boats for this opener at Okeechobee. Going to be a great event. Full moon tonight, so we're going to see some sacks coming in tomorrow.